We saw it against Siski. He was doing a whole lot of fade back Thunder Drill, fade back air to try and cover his own landing. It was, again, a slow game, but against Glutonny, you cannot play that slow game, or at least you cannot play it without risk. We saw it with the Buzz not too long ago in winter semifinals, where he did play that slow game, but he suffered a few wafts as a result and had to make the comeback and make up the difference elsewhere. So now, as we actually get ready to get into this, let's start out this losers quarterfinals.
Let's get it going. ShinyMark starting here in Smashville, and he has been hitting those Pikachu combos very constantly throughout the bracket here at Smash Factor 9, and Glutonny is in the receiving end of a huge punish. I think he wanted to go off stage and actually try to challenge ShinyMark, well known for his edge guards as well, and I mean, he's playing so clean, but as you were saying earlier, Gluto is no stranger to bringing things back.
109% though already built on Gluto. He barely avoids the Thunder and gets back down with a little bit of damage of his own, finally firing back into ShinyMark, connecting with that back air, and then connecting with the F-tilt to punish the up B back to ledge. ShinyMark just gonna go all the way around the world though, and it's still not going to be enough to get him away from Gluto's back airs. He finally gets back up onto the stage though.
He avoids the ledge trap and he avoids a certain KO as well, but he will not be able to do so for forever because of that dash attack, the shoulder tackle. Wario so effective at catching that type of retreat, and look at the way that Glutonny is trying to pressure the platforms as well. Oh, ShinyMark actually read that the corkscrew is gonna get some extra damage going back into the ledge, and oh my goodness, Gluto has been making such a great job at covering that ledge. However, he lets ShinyMark escape, and this could cost him a little bit.
You talked about it though, Roy. Gluto, no stranger to making these comebacks, even the smaller comebacks. Had an unfortunate start to the game, took that 109% off of a single string from ShinyMark, and then once he got his feet underneath him, ShinyMark hasn't been able to fire back since then. It's just been all he can do to stay alive, but it's finally the T-Jolt into dash attack to take the stock down. 101% extra credit, though, is not that good of a look against the character with the kill power of Wario. Gluto probably going to be looking for these back airs on ledge, or maybe these down tilt dash attacks, as we do see him looking for that down tilt then and there, but now it's time for the lightning loop. ShinyMark going to get a lot of damage off of this.
He gets 7%, though we're used to seeing the extensions, but now ShinyMark perhaps on the receiving end of that punish game. Oh, Glutonny trying to play some tricks with the bike. I respect that, and ShinyMark still making his way back down with T-Jolts. Oh, avoids the ledge trap once again, but not the forward tilt. Glutonny solidly on the lead here.
Just slaps him into the blast zone and puts him down on his final stock for this game. Gluto now also, keep in mind, has that waft online, so he's going to be able to threaten ShinyMark with it constantly since he's on last stock, and just the air dodge down to the stage, a little bit of a miscalculation on the distance to that ledge, ends game number 1 in a 2-stock for Glutonny.
Yeah, the pressure was just too much, and I mean, this is the biggest stage that Latin America has ever seen. Probably the biggest stage that ShinyMark has played at, as far as like super majors go, definitely making top 8. At this caliber of event.
This is ShinyMark's first top 8, and
yeah,
with the crowd kind of firmly against you, both in person and in Twitch chat. We literally see the crowd doing the wave here. If you guys couldn't catch that on the camera, they're having a grand old time just yelling "Ale, ale, ale," rooting for Glutonny. And now we actually head to Final Destination, an interesting pick for ShinyMark, but I can see with the extra potential juggling how this could work out for him.
Sure, no platforms, no problem, says ShinyMark as he starts strong once again. Glutonny, though, he was able to buckle down last time, and he ran away with the lead, and quite literally so. Even forcing a couple of edgeguard situations versus Pikachu, which you don't get to see every day. And exactly that with the corkscrew, it was. He was trying to threaten that area in which ShinyMark was trying to use the T-Jolt. The miscue right there. And ShinyMark, where are you going?
He's going out deep. He wants the funny KO, trying to make it happen with head bash, or with skull bash, excuse me. Gluto, though, not going to be caught by something like that, at least not yet. Getting his feet back underneath him on stage, getting the parry too on the quick attack that ShinyMark tried for, and another corkscrew. Gluto just kind of throwing these out, not to much success.
Not too much success indeed. ShinyMark is still commandingly on the lead in the percent department, but the get-up attack will fail momentarily. Glutonny out of that pesky situation, using the first to try to deal with Thunder Jolts, and ShinyMark trying to push his advantage even further with those Thunders. The bike will do the trick, 137%. I mean, Wario is still a heavy character. ShinyMark needs to either abuse the frame data from Pikachu or just close it out. But Glutonny cautiousness, even though this is Final Destination, even though he generally benefits from those combos in the platforms, I think that he's still, and once again, buckling down and just playing to his own pace.
And even with 145% on him, all that means to Gluto is he's got rage. He's going to be able to try and kill ShinyMark maybe a little bit earlier than he would have gotten to otherwise. Coming back in off stage with a nair. Oh, and just pulls out the bike. He's trying to be tricky with that bike throughout this game, though. ShinyMark is going to catch the jump off of it with the fair to close out the stock. Now he's sent deep off, though. Gluto looking for the 2-frame, not able to find it. Another up B, this one successful.
And out of shield as well. The forward tilt from coast to coast was almost going to take it, but he doesn't manage to do so. But this one perfectly positioned, perfectly timed to make ShinyMark's life ever so difficult. ShinyMark is trying with those up tilts to catch some of the aerials that Glutonny is throwing out. Finally, is able to get the percents and not so much of an extension. Once again, combination of Gluto's DI and perhaps those nerfs we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Gluto's been doing a phenomenal job of escaping these Pikachu combos a little bit earlier than ShinyMark would like, and I think it's kind of crazy that we're saying he's escaping them early when he's still eating 40-50% every single time for them. But anybody who's watched Pikachu play at the top level, anybody who's watched ShinyMark, ESAM, any of those players,
yes,
you know that that is relatively early. Gluto now at 118% and struggling a little bit to get back to stage, but Roy, you see what I see, that waft is online, that X Factor is online, and it could be what Gluto needs to get himself right back into this game, even should he drop the stock here.
Should he, but he still hasn't. The bite recovery will be effective. He's trying to catch ShinyMark off guard here. Let's see the throw. And the grab is not enough just yet. This is the percent at which dash attacks and grabs are going to become crucial options here for ShinyMark. But the bite, once again, my goodness, Glutonny, this man never stops and he's still trying to pressure Pikachu here. The bite will get a little bit extra percent. My goodness, Gluto, how clutch are you?
I don't know, like, just how long is Gluto planning to live on this stock? He uses the bike to send ShinyMark off stage once again, and he's trying to set up for this opportunity to use the F-tilt that he's found so much success with. Instead, it's down tilt dash attack to push Shiny away again, but ShinyMark is able to get his feet back underneath him. He's not going to be taken out just that easily on this second stock. Gluto rolls, and no punish comes through, so we're just going to reset to neutral.
Survivability has been the name of the game, not even the backer. 187%. My goodness, that Wario is looking very red, and I don't mean the clothes he's wearing. And the bite, there, of course, it's still not going to be enough. I think, yeah, the bike is still, and the backer, Glutonny, will steal that stock away after suffering so much percent, but finally the up throw will clean things up. We are right back to even last.
Up throw is finally enough to KO. ShinyMark even throwing it a little there while Gluto is respawning, but I wouldn't be taunting right now when you're facing down the barrel of a Glutonny with a waft. He's going to be so dangerous in this moment. ShinyMark practically has to kill him without giving Gluto an opportunity to win neutral ones, because we've seen what happens. If Gluto gets out of this combo, if Gluto gets that one hit, he could easily convert it into a stock, and ShinyMark knows that just as well as we do, Roy.
And this is the fire, or dare I say the electricity, that ShinyMark is bringing to the table. That 64% combo that we just saw a little earlier, but Glutonny very wisely so trying to use those anti-airs to catch ShinyMark off guard once again. The backer just racking some more percent, but we've seen Gluto survive for so long that I am a little more scared for ShinyMark than I'm actually for Gluto.
46%, that's plenty enough for Waft to take him down, and you see Gluto even looking for the confirm. He's been throwing out those up tilts, trying to get ShinyMark, catching him unaware with it, but ShinyMark's been very, very smart. He knows how to play against this matchup, and he's been doing a phenomenal job of it, but my breath is gone, and I bet ShinyMark is just as much. Glutonny going deep, but he's going to be able to make it back with plenty of room to spare thanks to the bike.
Okay, what does Guatemala's last representative have here? This is the moment to clutch up to bring the set back into a 1-1 situation. We've seen Gluto so deadly with that type of option, and the grab will not yet do it. So ShinyMark will have to settle with a juggle position, and he will get the fair and close at the game's final destination. Actually working out for him. 1-2-1.
That grab up throw coming in so clutch for ShinyMark. Throughout the entire set, he had been going for those grabs, getting those up throws, at least when it wasn't at low percent. But Gluto not really having too much of a difficult time landing against ShinyMark until right there, when ShinyMark recognizes that Gluto is probably going to try and use the bike to regain center stage control. He goes, oh, I have a move that can deal with this, and I'm going to use it with no remorse. Finds that forward air and closes out Gluto's stock before he gets the opportunity to make the use of that waft. Now, though, we're going to be going into Game 3, the rubber band game, the crucial game for one of these players to earn the right to counterpick. We'll see.
We'll see. This is definitely the pivotal moment of the set for sure. And oh my god, just the way that ShinyMark recognized the usage of that bike that like Gluto was trying to use so trickily, but here we are back at Smash Build once again. Gluto though, he's gonna find himself in a bit of a pesky situation because of that pressure from ShinyMark by ledge, but this man racks up damage like no other though. Talking about damage.
Talking about damage, 50%. How do you like them apples? ShinyMark likes them just fine as he gets the opening big combo onto Glutonny, and he's looking to carry that even further off into the corner. Gets the up tilt to punish Gluto, but he's able to jump out, and now the Nair goes in his favor.
He's gonna get some more percent. He's trying to poke actually with the down tilts as well. Glutonny trying to get the edge guard once again, the positioning at which we've seen him use the forward tilt a couple of times as well, getting those early KOs even on that extension of a hurt box that you can get on quick attack. But he's waiting. He recognizes, even though it's so tricky to catch Pikachu on that quick attack, Glutonny is still ready.
Oh, tries to go for the down tilt to poke this time instead, but still unsuccessful, so that means it's ShinyMark's opportunity to juggle Gluto as he tries to jump to get off stage. The back air just barely not connecting, and ShinyMark making what could potentially be a crucial mistake with messing up the up B recovery.
I mean, you cannot give Gluto an inch, not anything that he is willing to take all the distance. And of course, he's gonna pressure off stage. We've seen him do it time and time again. That there is the bike by the ledge once. Gluto trying to do some more with these grabs, and he will get it. Oh my goodness, was impressive.
That's incredibly smart from Glutonny as well, because he recognizes that the way this game has been going, it's probably, or the way the set has been going, excuse me, this game is probably going to last a lot longer. ShinyMark been playing that slow and patient game, as so has Gluto, as he goes all the way around the world. So he makes use of that waft a little bit earlier than he would have otherwise, because he knows more likely than not, if it's necessary, he'll have another waft to make use of.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely hasn't been expanding the full waft or not putting it to use, so that use is very smart, as you were pointing out. No grab though, the forward tilt will push Wario off stage just to get up attack, very simple and clean, and trying to space out again. Shoulder tackle does its job, but the backer gets answered by backer on other position, and almost the hitbox extension, sorry, with the thunder. And Gluto on the control of the center of the stage. It's looking definitely like this is Gluto's game, and indeed it is.
Another two-stock. It seems that Smashville just is the bane of ShinyMark's existence in this matchup. The two times that they've gone there, it was a two-stock for Glutonny. So might want to ban that stage out going forward, but I can also imagine that ShinyMark definitely wants to avoid Town and City, because we've seen what Gluto does on Town and City from time to time. So the counter pick going to be interesting to see going into this potential final game of his bracket run. We'll have to see.
We'll just have to see, does ShinyMark actually have what is necessary? And look at my man.
You can see me.
Hi, there is the crowd. There is the crowd, everybody. That is La Ola. La Ola Mismísima. Let's check that out. Super huge shoutouts to the Latin American community, to the international community, to everybody that's been watching Smash Factor 9. Thank you for sticking out with us throughout this entire journey. This is Latin America's biggest fiesta, so you definitely are welcome, but we'll have to see back into this match. Now,
will ShinyMark's journey end here, or will Gluto be able to keep on trucking through this bracket? It's his first set in loser's bracket. ShinyMark's been here for a little while after losing to MK Leo. You know, only MK Leo in winners quarterfinals. So which one of these guys is going to be out for revenge against their rivals in bracket? Well, I just have to see, as ShinyMark once again opens up the game with a strong 75%.
Finally rolling through that bike, as ShinyMark has recognized those patterns in which Gluto is using it. Oh, no setup for the Thunder though, and even tries to threaten, but Gluto very wisely drifting all the way when he was up, so there's still that pressure left. Great guide from Gluto as well, making sure that that was a non-factor, no stuck for you just yet. And Gluto has constantly been like a quote-unquote the victim of so much percent dealt by ShinyMark, but he still managed to take this stock first consistently.
Right, we saw him living all the way up to 200 or nearly 200% in that game number 2, and I think that's credit to Gluto's defensive gameplay. He's so good at piloting Wario. We usually see it in the offense with his combo game, but he's also incredibly good at abusing that strong aerial drift to just run away from people, get away from them when they're trying to execute a combo of their own. Tries for the F-tilt on ledge there too, and actually gets clanked out of the dash attack by the T-jolt, so he's not going to be able to close out the stock like that. Instead, he's going to have to search for another way, and he's also going to have to search for a way back down to the ground against ShinyMark.
It's still even stocks though. Who will get that finisher? And the answer is Glutonny. I once again can already see the Ales in the chat. They are supporting their boy. They want him to close it out in a 3-1 fashion, but perhaps the Guatemala crowd has a different story in mind. ShinyMark now resorting to those Thunder Jolts more than he was a little earlier, and the fair no confirm afterwards though because of platform, and this is full watt Wario as well.
We already saw Gluto use the full waft to take out ShinyMark's second stock in game number 3. He might go for a similar choice right here. And now, as he gets the Nair 1, but not the fair.
Not managing to take it all the way. Gluto though, okay, not even messing around at that bike. ShinyMark still trying to get it. The upper, not enough just yet. Trying to use the bike against his owner, but it just Glutonny's patience right there. Like, okay, I am not committing. I know that I'm at an advantage, and I don't have to be pushing forward.
Wario mains only want one thing, and it's disgusting. He's looking for that up tilt. He wants to confirm it into the waft, but ShinyMark very nearly confirms it into the stock. Gluto going so high, pulling out the jump there to avoid the thunder, and he's still alive and kicking once again, living to 195% before that up throw finally takes ShinyMark out. Or sorry, takes Glutonny out.
Yeah, and ShinyMark though is going to have to make sure that that waft that is fully charged becomes non-available as soon as possible, perhaps with a bait, but more than likely so, just using the extreme punish game that Pikachu tends to have to take that stock as quickly as possible.
Looking for the F-tilt on ledge instead, opting for the back air on ledge. And I think ShinyMark didn't DI that correctly because that should not have been that close to killing at that percent, but he's still able to survive. Pikachu, a scrappy little dude, able to survive through it. Gluto very nearly getting spot dodge down tilt dash attack, but ShinyMark very smartly getting the grab instead.
Okay, right here, the pressure and the corkscrew has been working wonders for Glutonny throughout this entire set.
Game 1, it was a little bit questionable. He missed a lot of those. Game 2 as well, he was starting to dial in the hit rate, but now we rarely ever see Gluto miss those, and we also rarely ever see Gluto miss those back airs as he takes down yet another stock. And Roy, you mentioned it, he's still got full waft online. ShinyMark's got to play like every interaction has his life depending on it.
And he definitely does so. ShinyMark, do you got it within yourself? And that is going to be a confirmed. The down smash will take this stock. ShinyMark takes us into that very coveted even situation. He is fighting for his life here. This is loser's bracket as match factor 9.
It's the exact same situation we saw in Final Destination a little bit earlier. He escaped. Oh my God, it's not gonna kill. ShinyMark still alive through that waft. Gluto's ace in the hole falls flat, and this might be ShinyMark's opportunity to take us straight into game number 5.
He even baited out the course. He will get an extra damage. The edge guard could be what he exactly needs. There is no waft inside. The dash attack is gonna come out to shine. What does ShinyMark have in store here for us? Glutonny, those anti-airs, so dangerous because of the character that he is piloting. We are seeing the backers, we were trying to see the baits. ShinyMark steals out the center of the stage. That is a weak dash attack, fortunately for ShinyMark, but Gluto is on the hunt.
Resetting to neutral a little bit, they're backing off. They don't want to deal with these scramble situations, but scramble situations often end in stuff like this. As ShinyMark wave lands onto the platform, grab up throw, but it's still not enough to deal with Gluto. This terror from France is coming for Guatemala's hero, and the bike throw snipes him out. Glutonny defeats ShinyMark.
Glutonny is still alive. The last representative from Europe, the honorary Mexican player, makes it here further down in the bracket at Smash Factor 9. Oh man, was that last part stressful? And I think Gluto knows it, but like he's so nonchalant about it. He's like, yeah, I've been in this situation how many times already?
Gluto's been a top player for literally the entirety of Volt's life, and he's been the king of Europe, and now again, dominating in Mexico as well. He's used to it. It's no sweat off his brow, right? He's more than confident enough to make a situation like that his own, and he does so right there, even despite the failure of the Waft to take the KO. So, great stuff to Glutonny. He's going to be moving on to loser semifinals to face off against Sonics, and that is actually going to be a rematch of Pound 2022, where Gluto did win the set over Sonics. However, Sonics has been on the grind. After Pound, what did he do? He went and won CEO. You know, it's a little thing, right?
Yeah.
Just a little thing. He qualified for the Panda Cup. He won CEO.
The first one, yeah.
Only the first qualifier for the Panda Cup. You know, no big deal. It's a pretty big deal. Let's be honest. So far, Sonic. Later, we'll see if Sonics' level up, if his grind has paid off, if he'll be able to take down the King of Europe. We've got another king to talk about in our next upcoming set, and that is going to be the King of New York.
The King of New York versus
the King of the World.
Arguably the King of the World, yeah, the King of Mexico first, and then the world, Mr. MK Leo himself. And, well, I think that there's no secret. It's no secret that the match record is very